Hi, my name is Mark Ellis from Stick and Rudder Studios, and today what I want to do is show you how to install the X-ATC-Chatter clips into Pilot2ATC and how you configure Pilot2ATC to play those chatter clips. We're also going to show you a demo video at the end of this tutorial of an entire flight from New York to Boston using Pilot2ATC with the chatter files installed, so you can get a kind of a good sense of what the realism is going to sound like, both with Pilot2ATC talking to the pilot and the pilot talking to Pilot2ATC, along with the chatter in the background. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so after you've purchased X-ATC-Chatter, you'll be given an opportunity to download the archive, and you'll either do that from the explain.org store or from the link that you'll get in Gumroad when you purchase X-ATC-Chatter. Most browsers, when you download the archive, it's going to put it into your downloads directory. That's usually where it puts it. That could vary a little bit by your browser and whether or not you override the location that it gets downloaded to. One thing I will caution you is the archive is pretty big. You can see here the one I have is it's around 700 megabytes. This is because there's a lot of WAV files in there for the thousands of clips we've got for the different areas of the world. So be a little patient. It'll take it a while to get it down. Once it's down, what you're going to want to do is unzip it. And all you have to simply do is come over here. I happen to like 7-zip. It's my favorite zip utility, but you can use whichever one you like that can read a zip file. And what you're going to do is extract it. I'll just do an extract here. Okay, now that we have it fully extracted, let's take a look at what's actually in this directory. So that's probably easiest if we just come over here and do a little browsing. So the first thing you're going to notice in here is there are a number of directories which you probably are not going to necessarily need for running this with Pilot2ATC. This archive is actually meant to not only have the clips, but it's also got the standalone player for X-Plane 10 and 11. And if you're going to have Pilot2ATC and you're always using that, and that's going to be what's playing your chatter back, you don't need to bother to install the standalone player. And that's what this 32 and 64 and the Lin64 directories are really all for. They're for the binaries for running the standalone player. You've also got the user guide and a few other things like the end user license agreement in here. The main thing we're going to be interested in is what is in this regions folder, because this is where the clips are stored. And if we take a look at regions, you'll see that they're then turned around and they're broken up into Africa, Asia, Canada, Europe, Oceania, South America, and the United States. These are the regions that we put the clips in. And if you recall from the demo or the online documentation or the website pages, we don't have all of these regions populated yet. I know the United States has over 1,700 clips in it at the moment. Europe, I think, has got well over 1,000. Canada's got well over 1,700. The other ones like Africa and Asia don't have. South America, they don't have anything in them yet. The volunteers haven't gotten to that. Oceania's got a few, maybe it's like 120 or so. This is probably the next region we're going to try to focus some effort on and get that one built out. But all the regions are here, and they're there, for future to get it installed. And then if you look at each region, let's take a look at the United States as an example. Under there, you're going to have a controllers directory, and then if you look under controllers, there's all of the clips for approach, clearance, center, departure, departure ground, departure tower, departure unicom, destination ground, destination tower, and destination unicom. And if we were to look in one of these, let's say example, the approach directory, here are all of the WAV files. And what you will notice is that they've got some naming conventions to them. For the most part, what you're going to find is a 2-letter prefix for the region, and then it's followed by the volunteers' 3-letter initials, the person who actually, went out to liveatc.net, captured the clips, fixed them up, did the editing on them. We have a set of volunteers as well as myself that do that, and we usually put our initials in here to kind of keep track of which ones I did versus the volunteers did. Okay, and then there's simply a sequence number, for what the clip is. So in order to install these into Pilot2ATC, what you have to do is basically grab the controllers directory for the region that you want to install. And for the most part, you can combine regions, but the only place it probably makes sense to do that is probably the United States and Canada. And I'm actually going to show you how you would do that. And the reason why you wouldn't want to merge Europe as an example is that the dialects are just frankly, way too different. If you were flying in the United States and you heard European controllers with their accents, that would sound a little weird. You might find the same thing, when you're flying in Europe. You got a bunch of English-speaking, American-sounding or Canadian-sounding controllers. You can merge them if you want, because as I indicated, if we go back here and look at the file names, they do have a region prefix in the front of them, so you don't have to worry about them colliding with each other. So, you can merge them all if you want. The ones I usually merge are the US and Canada. So let's take a look at how we would install this. Let's say as an example, I know I'm going to fly in the United States. What I'm going to do is come under here to Regions, US, and I'm going to grab the controllers folder and simply copy it. Then what you have to do is go find where your Pilot2ATC is installed. And for mine, I've got it installed in my C drive, and it's right over here, Pilot2ATC 2018 X64. This directory name can change. It depends on what version you're running, but typically it's going to be in your C or D drive is where most people put it. So you open this up, and then what you're going to want to do is come to the sounds directory, and then to the ATC underbar chatter folder, and you just paste it here like this. So now I have all of the US controllers installed in Pilot2ATC. Let's say as an example, I also wanted to merge in Canada. Well, you just come back over to where we had it. We'll go to Downloads, ATC-Chatter, Regions, Canada, and we're just going to grab the controllers directory and copy it. And we'll come back over to the Pilot2ATC directory, Sounds, ATC-Chatter, and we're just going to paste this one right over the top of it. And again, the reason this works is every clip has got a 2-character region prefix in front of it. So even if within a region 2 wave file names are basically the same, they're always going to have that prefix in front so we don't have a collision. So now what I have is in my Pilot2ATC ATC-Chatter directory, I've got the controllers for both the United States and Canada. And that's going to give me well over 3,500 clips, that we can be playing at any one given point in time. And yeah, you're going to hear, people calling airlines like WestJet if you happen to be getting a Canadian clip versus maybe Delta or United when you've got others. But for the most part, in flying United States and Canada, you don't really notice it that much. Every now and then you'll get somebody with a Canadian accent or whatever, but I find that it doesn't really make that much of a difference, and I frankly much prefer to have a lot of clips, particularly when I'm flying a long flight. I don't want to hear too much repeating, which you'll get if you merge them like I just did. Okay, so once you've got that done, the next thing you're going to want to do is configure Pilot2ATC. And that's pretty easy to do. Once you get Pilot2ATC up, you're going to want to go over to your configurations dialogues, and the particular tab that you want to get to is the sounds tab. And in here, you're going to have a choice of picking the kind of sound source you've got. And Pilot2ATC's got a lot of capabilities in this area. It can work with single files, it can work with country folders, airport folders. If you saw the way I did it, it's basically done via controllers. So there's controllers for center, destination ground, departure ground, clearance delivery, and that's the way they're organized. So you could probably go in and try to rearrange all those clips if you wanted to, but you're just going to come in here and you're going to check that box. This root folder, you can leave it blank. It's going to default to your that Pilot2ATC Sounds ATC-Chatter directory, so you don't have to fill this in. Here you're going to put what kind of a pause you want between file playback. I have mine set to 20 seconds, but you could set that to longer. Keep in mind, it's not exactly that. It's going to be randomized, between, be a number, randomized less than whatever you set this particular to. And then you're going to want to come in here and just check this box and say play chatter. All of the rest of this, okay, should be blank because of the fact that you're actually going to be working off of these controller folders. So as it finds it's time for it to play another clip. It'll look at whatever the next WAV file is within the specific controller folder that it's looking for. And then that's it. You should be able to fire it up and run it. Now, one thing I do want to caution you is make sure in Pilot2ATC you've got your radio volumes turned up, okay? And that's different than what you've got in X-Plane or Prepare 3D or FSX. And you'll find that in the documentation in Pilot2ATC. You'll find out where can you bring up the radio panel and make sure the volume is turned up on it. Otherwise, be trying to play the chatter, but you won't hear it because the volume's turned down. So that's pretty much it. What I want to show you now is a flight that we did from New York to Boston in a Challenger 300, and this is completely done with Pilot2ATC. I believe I had the US clips installed on it. So that'll give you a chance to really get a sense and feel of not only what do the chatter clips sound like, but you also get a good sense of what Pilot2ATC sounds like. For those of you who may not own Pilot2ATC and you're interested in buying it, I think it's a great program, and this following video will give you a good idea of what you can experience if you get the two of them. Okay, thank you very much.
Morning Center, Alaska 550, level 370.
Alaska 550, Center, good morning.
Washington International Marshal Information India, 1454 Zulu, winds are 141 at 5 knots. Visibility 10 miles. Skies broken. Temperature 13, dew point 6. Current altimeter is 3010. Arriving and departing runway 10. Washington International Marshal Information India, 1454 Zulu, winds are 141 at 5.
Clearance Southwest 1017.
Southwest 1017.
Didn't get a CPGLC, we got Zulu.
Alright, let me try to find it. Stand by. Southwest 1017, your clear cage in 2 departure. Single transition as filed. Squawk is 2527.
Southwest 1017, cleared occasion 2, sting a transition, then as filed, squawking 2527.
Southwest 1017, your back track, CS.
WestJet 626 ready to copy IFR clearance.
7.
WestJet 626 is cleared to Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra, fly the Paleo 3 departure, with the AC transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 10. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.55 squawk 5264.
WestJet 626 is cleared to Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra, fly the PALEO 3 departure, with the AC transition, then as filed. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.55 squawk 5264.
WestJet 626 readback correct. Altimeter 3010, contact ground on 121.9 or 1 ready to taxi. Have a good afternoon.
Altimeter 3010, ground on 121.9 or WestJet 626.
Ground, got double J 78 with you, approaching 7 Whiskey, have the clear.
Make Race Center Whiskey Alpha, Towers 135.3, good day.
053 Whiskey Alpha, Southwest 878, good day.
Southwest 3982, Towers 35.3, good day.
35.3, okay. Okay, I'm Frontier 1198, 1 Whiskey.
Frontier 1198, ground, hello. Runway 34 taxi via Foxtrot.
34 right via Foxtrot, Frontier 1198, airways.
WestJet 626 ready for engine start.
What's your 11?
WestJet 626 engine start approved.
Engine start approved WestJet 626.
98, you'll be ready to roll?
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Right on. That's your 1198, monitor tower 135.3. Have a good day.
35-3, good day.
Ground Frontier 504, one way, this way.
Frontier 504 is down below. Did they tell you to get numbers to the left or the right?
We got them both.
Frontier 504, thanks. Runway 34 left, taxi straight ahead.
34 left, straight ahead, Frontier 504.
WestJet 626 ready to taxi.
WestJet 626 taxi to runway 10 via taxiways Juliet, Bravo, November, Alpha, Foxtrot, hold short runway 15 right, and runway 10.
Taxi to runway 10 via taxiways Juliet, Bravo, November, Alpha, Foxtrot, hold short runway 15 right, and runway 10 WestJet 626.
Ground, good afternoon, United 2031 Heavy, 3 Whiskey with Whiskey, taxi.
United 2031 Heavy, ground, runway 34 left, taxi via Golf and Whiskey Alpha.
34 left, Golf Whiskey Alpha, United 2031 Heavy.
United 74 ground, probably that first southwest, runway 34 left, following.
Follow the first southwest to 34 left, United 74.
United 2031 Heavy, monitor tower 135.3, good day.
1353, bye-bye. Frontier.
WestJet 626 contact tower on 119.4. Enjoy your afternoon.
Tower on 119.4 WestJet 626.
Air 1479 at Hood.
Blue Streak 5443, watch the tower. You guys ready to go?
Ready to go, Blue Streak 5443.
Blue Streak 5443, runway 15, line up and wait. Take a transponder code. You're not showing up on the ground radar. Be ready to go as you turn the corner.
Next transponders on, and runway 15, line up light, Blue Streak 5340.
November 890 Alpha, are you guys ready to go?
That's affirmative, sir.
November 890 Alpha, runway 15, line up and wait. Traffic lands runway 19 twice.
All right, line up and wait. Runway 15890.
Tower WestJet 626 ready for departure 10.
WestJet 626 winds are 130 at 5 knots, cleared for takeoff, runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 10 WestJet 626.
Limerick 6275, don't stop as you turn a corner. Traffic's inside the 3-mile final, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
Number 6275, clear takeoff, runway 19, keep it rolling.
Tower American 1460, ready to 19.
American 1460, tower runway 19, clear to land. You got a helicopter about a half a mile to the east of you at 1,000 feet, no factor.
All right, clear line 19, American 1460.
WestJet 626, you have traffic at 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 1,400 feet.
Delta 2847, runway 19, line up, wait, company 4-mile final, beer for the immediate.
Runway 19, Delta 2847.
TCAS alert.
WestJet 626, turn right heading 110, cleared current position, direct speak then as filed.
Heading 110 cleared, direct speak then as filed. WestJet 626.
WestJet 626, climb and maintain 1,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 1,000 feet WestJet 626.
WestJet 626 maintain 17,000 feet, climb and maintain 17,000 feet, contact Potomac departure on 124.55, have a good afternoon.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet, departure on 124.55 WestJet 626. Departure WestJet 626 climbing to 17,000 feet.
WestJet 626 good afternoon. Radar contact.
United Tower 55, 57 to 17, 4,000, good rate down.
Alright, down to 4,000.
United 765 to 17, 4,000.
710, center maintain 4,000, United 765.
Envoy 3377 over Xena, contact Air Tower 128.15.
128, Pilot Xena, Envoy 33.
Approach Scout 61.
WestJet 626 climb and maintain flight level 230, contact Washington Center on 132.05. Have a good one.
Center on 132.05, take care WestJet 626.
7,000.
Center WestJet 626 climbing to flight level 230.
Horizon 27.
WestJet 626, good afternoon. Radar contact.
765, clear to Gaviota.
Alright, direct to Gaviota, Horizon 2765.
November 5, Delta Golf, contact center 127.17. Good morning.
12717. You have a great one as well. 5 Delta Golf. Center Galaxy 815, Juliet Whiskey 350.
November 815, Juliet Whiskey Center. Good morning. What's your Mach number?
Decimal 80, 5 Juliet Whiskey.
5 Juliet Whiskey, Roger. Maintain Mach 80 or greater for space.
80 or greater, 5 Juliet Whiskey.
Southwest 1027, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
370, Southwest 1027.
Southwest 1429, what's the indicated there in the climb?
305.
Southwest 1429, right, 300 or greater, then as you train.
WestJet 626 expect the ORW7 arrival with the HTO transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 with the plane transition at Logan International after call cleared direct Hampton East Hampton, contact Washington Center on 127.02. Have a good afternoon.
Expect the ORW7 arrival with the HTO transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 with the CLINA transition after COL cleared direct Hampton East Hampton Center on 127.02 WestJet 626.
Transition Mach 78.
Center WestJet 626 at flight level 280.
Southwest 16.
WestJet 626, good afternoon. Radar contact.
46, you can maintain 300 knots for the climb out, and then transition to Mach 78.
Okay, 300 knots and Mach 78, Southwest 1646, thanks.
WestJet 626 descend via the ORW7 arrival with the HTO transition altimeter 3002 at Logan International.
Descend via the ORW7 arrival with the HTO transition altimeter 3002 WestJet 626.
665 is 26.4 descending 240. American 665 center descend and maintain flight level 190.
Okay, fall 390.
Spirit Wing 305-286, descend into 240.
WestJet 626 contact Boston approach on 118.25. Enjoy.
Approach on 118.25 WestJet 626.
305, Santa Roger,
WestJet 626 descending to 3,500 feet.
WestJet 626, good afternoon. Radar contact. WestJet 626, turn left heading 005, maintain 3,000 feet.
Heading 005, maintain 3,000 feet WestJet 626.
WestJet 626 cleared for ILS to runway 27, fly heading 305 to intercept final.
Cleared for ILS approach to runway 27, fly heading 305 WestJet 626.
WestJet 626 altimeter 3002 at Logan International, contact tower on 128.8. Enjoy your afternoon.
Altimeter 3002 tower on 128.8 WestJet 626. Tower WestJet 626 inbound for ILS approach runway 27.
WestJet 626 radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 27, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 27, will call when established on final WestJet 626.
Compass 5793, the wind is calm, turn left heading 210, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
Left turn 210, 24 left, clear for takeoff, compass 5793.
WestJet 626 on final runway 27.
WestJet 626, winds are 270 at 10 knots, cleared to land runway 27.
Cleared to land runway 27 WestJet 626.
Tower Redwood 1890, English base 24 left. Redwood 1890, Tower, good morning, and following an RJ on a 3-mile final tropical holding position, runway 24 left, clear land. Clear land, 24 left, Redwood 1890. United 414, contact departure. Air 414.
100.
Compass 6042, right 24 left, line up and wait, traffic on a 4.5 mile
40,
final, be ready to go.
30,
Super left, line up and wait,
20,
compass 642.
10.
Skywest 3076, left at Echo 13, left on Echo, then ground point 65. For 13, left on Echo,
WestJet 626, exit runway when able.
Compass 6042, RNAV Delray, wind calm, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff. RNAV Delray, clear for takeoff, 24 left, compass 642. Boutique 341 tower, following a 737 on a 2-mile final. Caution, wake turbulence. Traffic will also hold in position right 24 left, clear to land. Right 24 left, clear to land. 341.
Clear of active WestJet 626.
WestJet 626, welcome to Logan International, contact ground on 121.75. Enjoy your stay.
Ground on 121.75 WestJet 626.
Ground JetBlue 2126. JetBlue 2126, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stay right here and actually have our ground crew switch.
35 cross runway 10 at Golf, and then join Foxtrot, hold short of runway 15 right.
R435 incoming, crossing 10 Golf, holding short of 33 right on Foxtrot.
WestJet 626 request taxi to the gate.
WestJet 626 taxi to gate Alpha 6 via taxiways Echo, Sierra, Whiskey, Kilo, hold short runway 04 right, and runway 04 left.
Taxi to gate Alpha 6 via taxiways Echo, Sierra, Whiskey, Kilo, hold short runway 04 right, and runway 04 left WestJet 626.
Southwest Delta 1233, let the Southwest pass you left or right.
We'll give way, Delta 1233.
WestJet 626 ready to cross runway 04 right.
WestJet 626 cleared to cross runway 04 right.
Cleared to cross runway 04 right WestJet 626.
Southwest 500, taxi X-ray.
Southwest 500, runway 15 right, taxi via Tango Hotel Papa.
15 right, Tango Hotel Papa, Southwest 500.